Hi, I'm Julie David, and this is my very first Bling blog. So today I wanted to talk to you about sponsoring, not about how to sponsor, but a common question that everyone has. Okay, I've sponsored, what do I do now? And so I want to talk a little bit about being a mama. Now, I want to talk to two groups. First of all, I want to talk to the group out there that is so eager to help the women that they've sponsored to be successful. But then I also want to take a little bit of time at the end to talk to some of those women out there that are doing the minimum, maybe not even doing anything to help their babies. And so I want to speak to you just a little bit at the end. So first of all, let's talk about the people out there that really want to help the girls that they've sponsored to be successful. How do you do it? Some of you are new moms and you're a little overwhelmed. What do I do? I want to make sure I'm doing the very best that I can for her. And that's awesome because, Premier was designed to serve. We're supposed to serve our hostesses. We're supposed to serve our customers. But we're also supposed to serve each other, serve our team. And you are serving her by giving her the opportunity to build a business and change her life. And I know some of you take that responsibility very seriously, and I so appreciate you. I really do. So I want to tell you that it does not have to be intimidating. It does not have to be hard. There's a reason that Premier established a 10-10-10, because there's 3 of us that are here to help that girl. She's, of course, your personal she's most important to you. She's your focus. But we are here to help. And if you see a need, call on us that are above you to help her. How can we help as well? The main thing that you need to do is you need to be a good example. Just like a real life mom with a real life kid. We have to live by example. We can't tell our children to eat their broccoli and then go have a candy bar ourselves. We need to show them that we're eating our broccoli, right? So just like that, we as Premier moms need to build a strong business. So we need to be holding home shows consistently, and we need to be attending training. This is so critical. If you are not attending training, if you are not having a consistent business, how can that person that you just sponsored ever do the same? So we need her to come to training, and we need her to build a steady business, and she's going to look to you because you are Premier to her. So if you have recently sponsored and you're looking at your calendar and you're like, oh my gosh, well, I have like 2 shows on my calendar. What am I going to do? I'm a horrible mom. No, you're not. Just go to her and say, okay, we're in this together. My business is not where I want it to be, and we're going to do this together. Let's do some phone calls together. Let's go to training. Let's call my mom and Premier, and let's go over to her house and have her help both of us get shows. Show her that you are eager to learn, you are eager to try, and you're going to do it together. Don't ever say, oh, I just don't know what I'm doing. Let's go get help. That's not the right way to behave. Say, I am so excited to learn more. Let's go together and learn together. She needs to see you as someone who's seeking to always make her business and your business stronger, okay? So number 1, please come to training. Number 2, have a strong business. Does that mean that you need to do 6 shows every month like me? No. If you come into Premier and you really wanted to just do 2 shows a month and that's where you want to be, then you need to continue to have 2 shows every single month consistently and never drop below that. Now, if you were someone that was doing 4 or 5 shows and now you're dropping down to 2, that's a different ballgame and you need to talk to your mom. But if you've always wanted to have 2 and that's where you're at, then make sure she knows that's where you're at and why, and talk to her about where she wants to be at and why and how she's going to accomplish that. Also, if she wants to have a stronger business than you need to hook her up with somebody in your 10-10-10 that does have the kind of business that she wants, because she's going to need to look to that person to guide her on how to have a successful business. But you can continue to be an encourager. You can continue to send her cards and calls and show her that your business is very strong, the way it always has been, and consistent. Okay, so We need to have commitment to training and commitment to a strong business. Whatever that business is, we need to continue to hold our shows. We need to continue to attempt to sponsor. We need to continue to go to trainings. If the girl you sponsored is interested in attending trainings perhaps that you never went to, maybe the sponsoring workshop, attend with her. Get her started, connect her in. Come to new jeweler orientation with your new jeweler. Come to the monthly trainings with your new jeweler. Now here's something I want to say to those of you that sort of sponsored by accident, you don't have a strong business, or perhaps you backed away from your business, you had an opportunity to sponsor and you took it, or you have a team and you've really walked away from your own personal business. You need to really reevaluate and decide if you're going to continue to lead your team. You need to, again, lead by example. You should never miss a training. If you are a mama, it's no longer an option whether or not you attend training. You must attend training. She needs to have your support. She needs you by her side. She needs you so that she can go as well. And you can guide her and lead her and introduce her to other people. It's so important. So what have you heard from me so far? Go to training. That's right. Now, you may say, I don't know what to teach this girl. I don't know all the things that I should know. I've only been in Premier like a month and I sponsored. I don't know what to teach her. You know what? Yes, you do. You're so successful that you've already sponsored a month in. You've got good instincts. And the first thing you need to do is, let me repeat myself, go to training, okay? And take her with you. That's why we have a 10-10-10. So bring her to the rest of us to guide and train her. You grow alongside of her. You guys will have a lot of fun making the phone calls together, going out and lifestyling together, carpooling to training together. It's going to be super fun. How else can you help your new jeweler? Well, you need to guide her on the steps of the things that she needs to do to be successful. I have a packet that I have made up, starting a new jeweler, and it walks through all the things that you need to do. And it even has frequently asked questions in the back, so things that you're curious about. Everything is right here for you. But basically, you need to set up her training show and you need to do her training show. Okay, you must be there at her training show for it to be a training show. And the training show triggers Quick Start. So the training show is a gift from Premier to us. It's a wonderful blessing. You need to be there. It needs to be a priority. She needs to work it. You need to help her just like you would a hostess to have the most successful training show possible. So you need to coach her. Now on my website, I have a video on home hostess coaching. So you need to watch that and she needs to watch that and you need to practice it. See, you're her first line of defense. We can train her at the trainings, but we can't necessarily sit down and listen to what she says. So you need to hear her do a show. You need to hear her coach a hostess. You need to hear her do checkout. You need to see her do a booking activity. Those are all the things that you two can practice one-on-one and have some giggle time. You can do it on the phone if you have to, but in person is the best. You might do it with your mom because you're still learning. So the two of you could go together, and when your mom is training you, she can train your new jeweler as well, as long as you're there. Don't just pass the buck on to her. You want to be there with her for the trainings, okay? So either you can do it yourself if you're confident, or you can ask someone who is more experienced to train you both together. See how that works? You don't need to be overwhelmed. So you need to set up a training date, and we need to make sure she knows how to get the most people there. We need to help her to get shows booked on her calendar with a date, okay? So that is critical. You might actually meet at Panera, sit in a back corner, help her to know who to call, and sit there for support while she makes the calls. It could be that simple. You are a support person. You are an encourager. You are her mom. What would you do for your own child? I sit with my son while he does homework, and I look it over and I go, nope, try that. That's not quite right. Good job. That was great. Those are the same kind of things we want to do with our Premier baby. This is what you want to say when you make the call. Now let's practice. Now go ahead. Good job. That was great. Now I'm going to make a call too so she doesn't feel alone. Your business will grow when you sponsor, because when we have to live and have a good example, we're going to do everything the best that we can. In Premier, we have found that women that sponsor renew, have stronger businesses. Why? Because they have a reason to attend training. They have a reason to get bookings and show their new baby how to do it. So please do that. Don't consider sponsoring too difficult. If you can commit to encouraging her and meeting with her, guiding her through the steps of the process and attending training with her, then you're willing and ready to sponsor, really. Okay, so what are we going to do? We're going to get her ready for her training show. We're going to make sure she invites everybody. Now, you can either send the invites out for her or have her do it. I have them do it because I want them to get going on the process and understand it, and I think it's more powerful when they hand them out and when they call people and when they mail them out, maybe with a little personal note. So I let her take on that role, but if she needs some help, go ahead and help her. Help her to know things like setting up a checking account, setting up ProPay. Give her a tour of the website. Show her where the incentives are. Explain to her about the different kinds of orders. Now, if that still overwhelms you because you're new, I have it all written out in this. I have it written out in my welcome packet. We go over all that stuff at New Jeweler Orientation. We go over all that detail stuff at NJO. So if you just attend with her, you're going to learn right alongside her all over again. So it's a really great learning process for you as well. Another great reason to sponsor. So we're going to help her to get all of that logistics stuff set up. And you might want to just give her little bite-sized items to do. Okay, did you get your checking account set up? Remember, don't put it in Premier, the name Premier Designs. It's just your own personal checking that we're going to use for Premier. Did you buy some incentives? By the way, another question I get a lot is, what should I give her? Well, I'm consistent and I give all my new jewelers the same thing. I give them a pack of catalogs. I give them 6 prizes. I give them 4 of those fun little velvety boards to put on their table, and usually like that little half moon for bracelets. So I stick all that stuff in a bag, and I might throw some other little things in like order forms or something that I think that they might need. And I present that to her at her training show for fun, you know, because it's really nice to get her off to a good start and show her that some of the things that she might need for her prize bag. And it's just a fun way to make her feel welcome. So one other thing that you need to know if you're going to sponsor, and that is that when we sponsor, we have a quota. This is the only quota we have in Premier. Premier is such a wonderful, wonderful company, and they have a very low threshold on what we are required to do when we sponsor. But please don't do the minimum. That's not what they intend. They're trying to be gracious for those months when things happen. But what they really want us to do is have a strong, well-rounded business that includes sponsoring. Because again, we must lead by example. But if you do not submit $300 in CV every month in a month's time, you will not receive your commission check. So don't ever put yourself in a position that you will be anywhere near 300 CV. You should be doing 3 or 4 or more shows every month if you're sponsoring, because if you want to continue to sponsor, you really need to be doing shows to meet people and to grow your business. If you're doing home shows consistently, 3 or 4 or 5 a month, you'll never worry about that CV quota. It won't even matter to you. Premier asks us when we sponsor to make sure that we do meet that very low standard of CV and that we are doing home shows. They expect us to do more. They also ask us to commit to stay connected with the people that we sponsor. At minimum, we should be talking to them every month. If you run a training, that's your opportunity. They should see you every month. But we need to make some sort of connection. In the beginning, it should be way more than that. In that first 6 weeks, I tell my new jewelers that I'm their new best friend. They should call me after every single show. They should text me with every single question, because I have so much knowledge and I don't want them wasting 10 minutes trying to find an answer that I could give them in 10 seconds. So you need to stay very well connected with your new jeweler. You should call her if you don't hear from her, and she should stay very connected to you. That is an essential way to be successful. After you've got her off to a good start, You want to continue to stay connected. If you're carpooling to training and seeing her at training every month, you're going to stay connected. Give her a phone call, send her some emails. Try to find out how she's doing in her business and how you can help. Encourage her. Send her a card. If she's doing really well, send her a little $5 gift card, maybe from Chick-fil-A or Starbucks or Target. You know, you really hit the target on that one, Susie. Here's a $5 Target gift card. They don't have to be big things, but if she's doing really well, encourage her. If you encourage her, she's going to love what she's doing, and you're going to be blessed in return. It's a great opportunity to build friendships, but remember, it is a business, and you're not going to be friends with every single person that you sponsor, but show kindness and love, respect, appreciation, and continue to offer all the help that you can give. Meet her at training, encourage her to attend training, and encourage her in every way you can. Ask your upline how you can be successful in helping her. Seek out training yourself and make you the best jewelry lady you can be so that she can follow your example. So I hope that gives you a little bit of a taste of what it's like to be a mama, and that you're excited to sponsor and to be a mama and to grow stronger. And to those gals out there that have stepped away from their business but have a downline, I just want to encourage you to come back. It's never too late. Re-engage in the trainings that are available for you. Start to rebuild your own business by getting more bookings. Call the girls on your team and say, hey, let's have a booking boot camp together. My business isn't where I want it to be, and I'm excited to get back into it. I want to encourage you all to do the same. Let's do it together. Make it fun. Find a way to re-engage with them, to get their respect back, and to build your own business. You do have a responsibility. It is not in Premier that you sponsored them. You spent 6 weeks getting them off the ground. You forgot about them, and that's okay. You don't deserve your commission check. We have to earn our commission check. That means that we continue to encourage, we continue to train, we continue to attend training ourselves, we continue to be the best jewelry lady that we can be, and we continue to seek out help from those above us in our 10-10-10 that are more successful than we are to help us get our business back on track. This is an amazing business, ladies, and I know, it's such a blessing to share it with other women. If you're not sharing it, then you're not doing what Premier has asked us to do. And if you, for some reason, have decided that you no longer want to have a downline, talk to your upline, call Premier about that. You do have options, but we want to make sure that those girls are being blessed with the best training, the best support, and the best encouragement that they deserve. Thanks for taking the time to listen to my very first Bling blog. I hope that it's encouraged you and given you some new insight, and I cannot wait to see you sponsor more and grow in Premier and bless so many lives through sponsoring.